Hello everybody. It has been a long time, I know. I haven't actually been to the YouTube for a while because I was kind of doing sort of other stuff that kept me busy. And not only that, is if you can look at the video, I got braces on, so the braces kind of kept me a bit embarrassed to record a video and put it on the YouTube because people will laugh at me. But it's kind of funny though, and it's nice also to keep people, smiling. I know my smile is kind of very, it's very terrifying at the moment. But I'm sure that when I got the braces off, the next 1.5 years, things will change a little bit. But here are some things that I wanted to share with you guys. Sometimes you get yourself ready on the weekend, you get dressed up and go to the club to go and have fun with your friends and shit, get drunk and that, and hook up with any girls in the middle of the dancing floor and start dancing together and shit, and the girl will love the way you goddamn move and love the way you perform your dancing on the floor. And when she looked at you also, be like, oh man, this guy looks very interesting and I wanted to be with him, kind of sexy, hot looking and shit. And you both are so drunk, drunk into accent of like you don't know what's going on. And apparently, during that time, the girl will decide to leave the club with you in her own willing, and you accept it, So the girl will come to your house and spend the whole night sleeping next to you in the bed, hugging you all night, and all of a sudden, when she wake up in the morning, she started screaming in your face like, what the fuck? You be like, hey, yo, what's going on? Come down, man. I want to call the police. What the fuck? How did I come in? How did I come to your house? What happened yesterday? You don't know what happened yesterday? We were together in the club, girl. Remember we were dancing and all that shit on the dance floor? Remember you had fun with me last night and you start kissing me and shit in the club? And you said that you want to go out with me and shit? Come on, girl. What's wrong with you? What changed your attitude all of a sudden? You be like, oh no, I don't even know you, man. I'm like, hey girl, you know me very well. I told you my name yesterday and where I live and all that sort of shit. And you were so interested to be with me that night. And you decided to come over here by yourself. I didn't drag you out from there. Or maybe I didn't even drag you and take you from the club unconsciously and bring you to my house. It was your own willing, girl. Don't scream at me. I'm gonna call the come on, girl, you don't call the police. Why would you have to call the police for? We can sit down and negotiate things and try to reach to a solution and stuff like that. So what happened? Did you have sex with me and shit like that yesterday night? You were like, no, I didn't have any sex with you yesterday night. I didn't even touch you. Maybe I did touch your tits without any, without any reason or something. Or maybe I kissed you yesterday, but I didn't even think to go down on her. I said, don't take it serious, girl. Calm down, So it's kind of really embarrassing and weird. Some people sometimes just have a beautiful time in the middle of the night, and then when you wake up in the morning, you're in another world. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was really amazing. Also, man, love is something incredible. Love, can bring things, can bring happiness, can bring fun, can bring beautiful times that will never be forgotten. Love is a union of two hearts and two people to be together. Remember when we were teenagers and you hook up with this pretty girl and then you decide to take her home to introduce her to your family and stuff like that. And when you go home, your brother is there. Your little brother is always at home, playing game, talking on the phone with his friends, kind of busy all the time. He doesn't know anything about love because he didn't start it yet, or even the family didn't even accept him to have, a relationship and stuff because he's still in the high school, and he's always, interesting to know what's going on in his elder brother time, who's going on with his elder brother and how did he hook up with them, and how the relationship started and stuff, and how can I, things like that. And this guy, he took his girlfriend to introduce her to his family, and his brother was in the sitting room. And brothers always in the house, they have only one room, and they have to share it together, and one have his own bed, and that. So this guy decided to take his girlfriend from the sitting room after he introduced her to his family and to his brother, to go and have, some time together in the room, in a private, private time, private moments. And the guy went into his room, when he started, to go, further in the relationship, touching and, kissing the girl and undoing the bra and shit like that. And all of a sudden you see a brother come into the room. Like, what the hell are you doing in here, man? Don't you see me? I have, I'm in the room with my girlfriend. Why don't you wait outside until later on, man? You're like, oh man, I just forgot my phone. And the black is just sneaking in. He wants to know what's going on in the room. And he took his phone and walked away. And then when you started to go further in the relationship, and things started to go really deep in the romance time, and you started to undo your belt, and the trouser fell off halfway, you started to think to get it off, and your brother walked into the room again. Oh, what the hell are you doing, man? Oh man, I just forgot something in the room. I need to pick up some. That's why I'm here for. Oh man, pick the thing up and get the hell out of here quick. And yeah, you just felt sick of this thing. Why is this happening to me all the time when I'm in the room with the girl? This guy just walked into the room and ruined everything up. I don't want to stay here anymore. You decided to go and say, Mom, I don't want to stay here anymore. I'm going to look for a granny flat or apartment or something like that to stay by myself, so I can have my own privacy and do my own thing the way I like to fucking do them. Because I'm sick of your son sneaking at me in the room every time I'm having fun or I'm having quality time with my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? I don't like these things. And your mom will be like, man, you're still too young. You can't handle to live by yourself alone. You need to fix things. You need to talk to your brother and handle things out. I'm like, no, I don't want that. I've been spoken to him so many times and he ain't listening. He's not listening about what I'm telling him. I'm just sick of these. So it happens. It happens in our teenagers, somebody else's teenagers, or maybe someone is passing through the same thing at the moment we're talking together. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of really funny, undoing your belt and your trousers hanging halfway, and your brother walked in. What the heck? This is bloody weird. Here is also something else about, Cairo. Cairo and what's happening in Cairo at the moment. The president of Cairo, Morsi, has actually not resigned, but is hiding. They hide him because some people are looking for his head. I don't know what did he do, but it's just kind of weird. Egyptians are not accepting anyone to rule them. I don't know why, but, people have to really think about who they really need to rule the country and move on. Anyway, forget about Morsi, but let's go back to 2011 when the protestation started in Egypt and people started to, protest against the leadership of Hosni Mubarak and stuff. I just wanted to reflect back and have a look at the signs that people were carrying around. I've seen one of the ladies, he was carrying a sign. She wrote on the sign, "Come on, Hosni Mubarak, man, you're going to have to step down, man. I haven't cooked in my house for almost a week. My kid are goddamn starving. They ain't got nothing to eat, man. You're gonna have to step down." And some other dude was like, "Hosni Mubarak, man, this is too much. We've been in the street for almost months and months, and you're still there? What's wrong with you, man? I want you to step down so I can go and have my own haircut, man." He didn't have a haircut for almost a month and shit. And another guy was like, "Hey, man," he was a teenager. You're like, "Come on, man, you're gonna have to get down because next week is going to be my exam, and I don't want to miss my exams because of you." So the ruling in Middle East and what's happening now at the moment, it's kind of frustrating though when you look at it. But some people need change. It's like what happened in America. A Barack Obama, a black man is ruling America. So it's kind of miracles that never happened before. No one even thought about it. And as we know that racism is happening everywhere. But you know, some people have to accept the fact. There is no way you can change it around or where. You know, it's guy luck that he fell on time that the guy who was against him was a 75-year-old. You know, it's a bloody fucking old man who can't do any fucking shit. Alright? And when we look back in Africa, and not only Middle East, but Africa as well. In Africa, we have everything. We have oil, we have earth minerals, we have everything. America, Canada, Australia, Europe, they go to Africa and import oil from there to their own countries. How many dollars do they pump into African lands? Just imagine how many billions of dollars Africa is taking every week, for instance, to its own self, to its own people, to its own economic, to its own development, to all of these things. Come on, man, there's nothing happening. We're still, after all this, relying on the leadership, or maybe the first country's aid, which is not really cool. You know, we're supposed to start standing up here, man. We're supposed to start to stand up and change things and try to rely on ourselves rather than relying on aids for the rest of our lives. We don't have proper education. We don't have a proper health care. We don't have a proper development. We don't have anything. And there is a lot of money. These people one day, whoever is supporting Africa and doing goods for them, will one day just, throw their hands away and say, nah, this is too much. We're working away from this. Everyone has to do the right things from now on. And you know, it's kind of hard. Africa is not a little country anymore. It's not a child that to be looked after. It's a country. It's a continent, in fact. It's a big, big continent. People should sit down and think about it, especially African Union. These people should think about what is the best for the African people to do. We don't need to be seen on the TV every day. People are starving, kids are hungry, people are sick and all that sort of shit. What the fuck is going on, guys? If an African American in America, they're saying that, hey, no. Africa ain't a country that a nigga want to be right now. Come on, man. People, we need to think about this and we need to change these things. We need to change the way Africa looks in the people's face. We need to make Africa a better place. We need to make Africa a better place. And that's not going to happen from aids and stuff and support from other countries only. It's going to happen from our own decision. We need security, we need good leaders, we need good life, we need good living, we need good change. We need things to happen. It has been almost about 500 years and there's nothing happens in Africa. Alright, this is what I want to say, and I'm fucking sick of what's going on in Africa, and I'm bloody sick of what I'm hearing about my own South Sudan, that there is no security up to now. Not only that, even in the website, when you go and try to apply for a visa, in the website they'll tell you South Sudan is not a secure place to be right now. You don't have to go right there. You know what I'm saying? Why do we have to really give ourselves a bad image to other people? We should think about this and try to change things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about South Sudan only. I'm not talking about anywhere else in Africa, but I'm talking about Africa as whole, because this is too much. Enough is enough. I've been looking at this since I was a teenage until today. There's nothing changed. Not only teenage, even since I was a kid. I've suffered enough. I've suffered enough, and I'm tired of this, and I wanted something to happen in Africa. Alright?